MovieWeb.com.
When you invade a place for its resources, you wipe out the indigenous population. Right now, we are being colonized.
This looks like it's one of your first major motion pictures. I mean,
Yeah.
I think you were in Save the Last Dance 2 a few years ago.
Yeah,
if I'm
there was
correct.
that, and then there was a Stomp the Yard, which was actually went to theaters. Yeah, so this is my first major, absolutely.
And now, from what I hear, this was like a very intense production. I mean, with like boot camp and all
Yeah.
sorts of stuff. Can you describe to me like what the experience was of like filming this?
I will say this: I don't think I could do it again. I really don't. If I had to do it all over, I don't think I could do it again. It was very. I didn't know what I was walking into. Like they warned us that, okay, you know, they're gonna put you guys through a little bit of boot camp just to really show you how Marines do what they do, so that you can put it on film. So we go, okay, fine. They didn't tell us 5 o'clock in the morning, jogging 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 miles, calisthenics all day long. You know, shooting range and all that. They didn't tell us all of that, so we were very unprepared. But I will say, as difficult as it was, sleeping outside and the whole nine, it definitely was worth it because it made for a better film.
How long were you in this boot camp for?
Good 2-3 weeks.
Oh,
something
good
like
Lord!
that.
You could enlist after that.
Yeah. And I don't think the drill sergeants knew that we were actors. I think they really thought that they might have been training potential Marines.
Well, you guys look it, you know? I mean, it was very intense. I was wondering, what I thought was so interesting about this movie is that it takes what's a really classic war film in many ways, although, you know, very modern in that sense, and then kind of puts it in a, you know, very familiar, you know, locale, being Los Angeles.
Absolutely.
And I thought it was sort of very different than, like, you know, experience with a Hurt Locker or something like that. And I was wondering, like, did you learn anything new about war? Did it change your perception of war? Having it seeing like a familiar American city being blown up?
Maybe not so much my perception of war, just my perception of military. Like I don't think people realize how strong you have to be to be in the military, and not just physically strong, mentally strong. It's like they train you to feel invincible. You know, like, you know, the Marines are like our first line of defense. Something goes wrong, they're the first ones there, and they have to have the mind state of, I don't care what's out there, it's not tougher than me. And like that's how they train you to think. And it takes real mental strength to not take that home with you. You know what I mean? Like you could it's like taking a wild dog and putting it in a neighborhood full of kids. It's like dangerous, you know? So you have to be a really, really strong person mentally to not let that training just destroy you as a person. It's unreal. I have a whole new found respect for anybody in the military because it is not easy at all.
Excellent. So are you going to continue on with the acting career, I'm assuming, besides just the music career?
You know what? I dig it. I do. I dig it. I won't say I dig it as much as music. You know, there's an element of hurry up and wait in movie making that I just cannot stand. But
Yeah.
other than that, I do dig the whole element of, you know, becoming somebody else for a minute. Like I kind of like that. So yeah. I told myself if I sucked in this film, this would be my last one. But I think I did okay.
I think you did okay too.
Yeah. So you might see me in some more. Yeah.